4:37 now, happening today at the state capitol. A vote by state lawmakers could mean some relief on your electric bill. Your reporter Marcy Jones live breaking everything down for us this morning. Good morning, Marcy. How much could we be talking about saving?
Good morning, Kate. That's the question on everybody's mind. And in just a few hours, the State Bond Commission is expected to meet and vote on a plan for $155 million to reduce electricity bills. Now, it's a small step, but for many Connecticut families, it's a welcome relief. Last month, lawmakers passed a bipartisan energy bill designed to bring down electric rates. And today, the State Bond Commission is expected to initiate that process. The breakdown of the $155 million includes $125 million to cover costs for low-income protection programs and another $30 million to support electric vehicle charging incentives. The goal is to lower the public benefits charge. That pays for energy efficiency, renewable energy programs, and assistance for struggling families. If this funding is approved, the average customer could see a reduction of about $10 to $15 a month, starting as early as September. But there's a trade-off. These savings come through long-term state borrowing, which means Connecticut taxpayers will be paying back those bonds with interest over time. Democrats say this approach is more fair, but Republicans argue it doesn't address the root of the problem. They want to see the public benefits charges removed altogether. However, most agree this is just the first step in a longer effort to make energy more affordable here in Connecticut. That meeting and vote will take place at 10:30 this morning. Make sure you stay with us right here on Channel 3, on air, online, and on our WFSB app for the latest updates. Your reporter live in Hartford, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Marcy, thanks.